The challenges facing small business owners are anything but small, and access to working capital can be a major hurdle for women, immigrant, and minority-owned businesses, especially those that operate in the inner city, where more than 2/3 of businesses are dramatically undercapitalized. On September 24th, Steve Grossman, former treasurer and small business owner, hopes to make an impact in a major way. As the new CEO of Initiative for a Competitive Inner City, he will offer minority small business owners and inner city businesses the opportunity to participate in a day-long free national program called the Inner City Capital Connection. The program will be held in Boston for the first time since its inception in 2005 at the Federal Reserve Building, 600 Atlantic Avenue. Now, to tell us more, we've invited Steve here along today with Hyacinth Vassell. She's Program Director for Inner City Capital Connections. And welcome you both to Urban Update. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me back.
Yes, Steve. And I should have left out one of your other titles, former candidate for governor. But you've got a pretty big job here now, it looks like. What's your vision of this initiative? If we can start with that, Initiative for a Competitive Inner City. What is that all about?
We were created 21 years ago by Harvard Business School professor Michael Porter, who said inner cities have competitive advantages, and if we can revitalize inner cities by strengthening small businesses and providing them the capital they have so often lacked, we can really change the face of inner cities. I mean, the goal here is to create high-paying jobs, to create strong businesses, and to create a culture of entrepreneurship in the inner city. And when I arrived 7 months ago, having served as state treasurer, I met Hyacinth, who had been running the program for 8 years, and it's been an enormously successful program that has changed a lot of people's lives.
Okay. Now, I guess, Hyacinth, could you give us a little general outline of what occurs at these inner city capital connection events, who's there and who you're trying to help?
So we're trying to help businesses who are interested in growing and who are seeking capital to continue to grow. At the executive education that's going to be on September 24th, that's a time when they are, we've coined it MBA on steroids. That's a time when they'll be working with practitioners such as Michael Porter to really help them to think outside the box and begin to work on their business during that time while they're guided by these excellent practitioners.
Steve, why are these? Did you want to add something to that?
No, only that we really recruit companies that have an opportunity to grow. Mm-hmm. We give them 40 hours of training. We recruit them, we train them, we mentor them, we teach them strategy and sales and marketing and finance and talent management. Mm-hmm. We give them webinars. We assign a coach to every single one of them so they all have a mentor. And eventually, this program, which is free of charge, we take them to New York and we put them together with capital providers. And over the last 9 years, these companies, 70% of them have received capital within 1 year, and 80% of them received capital within 2 years. So it's a proven success story.
Why are so many inner city businesses undercapitalized?
Because people have a hard time making the case to a lender or to an investor that they've got the business strategy and the plan to earn that capital. And if you were a banker and I walked in and I came to see you and you said, what's your strategy over the next 3 or 4 years to grow your business? And I said, well, I don't know, I'm just going to sell a lot of my product. Right. You know what you'd say? You'd say, go home and come back when you have got something to tell me. When they come in and make that pitch to an investor or to a lender, we have got them to the point where that pitch is backed up by a business plan, by a strategy, and by an understanding of where they want to go. And the goal is to create good, high-paying jobs. Mm-hmm. And we have found that we've worked with 834 companies in the last 9 years. And those businesses have received $1.2 billion in capital. So it's proven to create jobs, almost 11,000, most of which are inner city. Mm-hmm. They're growing 4.5 times faster than other companies that haven't participated. They've got a business plan and a business strategy, and they take off. This changes their lives, and that's what this whole program is all about, to change people's lives, to revitalize the inner city, and to give kids at Dorchester High School a sense that there are good jobs out there for their future, and it's a bright future indeed.
Okay. Now, Hyacinth, talk to me about some of the basic requirements that that are needed to qualify for the program? And what size businesses you're talking
Sure.
about?
So our sweet spot is 2 million, but there is in revenue, but there is some flexibility there. And case to case, we can work with those businesses. If it's a company seeking to grow, we can definitely talk to that business. But they do have to be located in at least have 50% of their business residing in an inner city, or have 40% of their employees residing in an inner city.
Now, no startups, so we're not talking about startups.
No startups, because startups, there's so many other different programs that's out there that do help startups and do it excellently. We're looking for those companies that's been around, 10, 12, 13 years, who is looking to really put some rocket under their growth.
Steve, talk to me about the upcoming Inner City Capital Connection event in Boston on the 24th. What are you hoping comes out of that?
We'll have 100 businesses. Those businesses will start in the morning, and they'll be taught strategy, sales, marketing, finance. They'll be exposed to panels on debt and equity, so they'll understand the difference. At the end of the day, they will be introduced to their coaches or their mentors. These are bankers, consultants, and other people who have had experience in helping to train inner city businesses. They've worked with small businesses. They've been small business owners of their own. The professors who will teach these different courses have done small business, so there's a lot of small business experience. And then we will stay with them all the way through November 13th, when we'll take them to New York and put them through what we call a kinder, gentler Shark Tank, and they will get that capital they need within 1 year and help take them to the next level and help them grow employment.
Is it like the show Shark Tank, where you go in there and you get chewed up by these
As I said,
investors?
kinder and gentler.
It really is.
Listen, it's highly disciplined. We want them to really perfect that capital pitch. But at the end of the day, they know that when they walk into a banker or to a private equity firm or to an angel investor, that they're ready to make that pitch.
What kind of outreach are you doing for these businesses to get them involved?
So we're working with chambers, we're working with the state, the governor, and different other organizations, New Market, neighborhoods, and so forth like that. Individuals that work with small businesses, we ask for them to identify MBTA, the Gaming Commission. We've reached out to all of them to help us to identify businesses.
Any success stories you can talk about? Any businesses that come to mind?
Sure. I can definitely tell you about one business. Women-owned businesses were turned down from a bank getting debt 30 times, and she tells everyone this story. 30 times I've been turned down. I came to ICCC. The coach really helped her, worked with her, really get into the nuts and bolts of her numbers, what's her strategy, and so forth. After ICCC, she was able to get 4 different offers. 4 different offers.
And what company was this?
This is a civil staffing.
Wow.
Civil staffing. I'd also like to even share with you an example of a company that so you get a better sense of who is going to be at the table. There's a company in Roxbury. She's been around for 15 years. It's a dry cleaner. She is now having so many deals that she can't handle, but she doesn't know how to get to the next level. She has Valentino, Armani, all of these different other companies that are on Newberry Street. Now she wants to figure out, how do I do this? How do I go from here? How do I bring in the talent management to support this, and how do I get the capital to support this?
Okay, we've got to wrap up here. One thing I'd like to ask you, just really quick, Steve, but is there a particular mistake that businesses make, or something that they need to look out for when they're starting up like this, trying to get
And I was a small business owner for 35 years. Small business owners try to do everything. What they need to understand is that they need a strategy, they need a team, they need to hire good people, and if to put a team together. We give them the tools, we help them build capacity, they need capital, and if you put capacity building and capital together, you've got the key ingredients to grow and to make a profit and to create good inner city jobs.
And Hyacinth, how do people who are interested sign up for the program?
So they can either go to our website at icic.org, they can email us at ICCC at icic.org. We're on Twitter and also Facebook.
Okay.
Twitter handle at ICCC tweets.
Okay, Steve Grossman and Hyacinth Vassell, thanks for coming in. And
Thank you for having
wow,
us.
that's great work you're doing. Much luck, much success, and get those businesses rolling.
Thank you.
Okay, diabetes is a worldwide problem that can lead to devastating consequences in the largest minority group in the country, the Latino community. And the risk is even higher. Every Latino child born today has a 50% chance of developing type 2 diabetes in his or her lifetime. We're going to have much more on that when we come back, so stay with us.